Is the Golden State Warriors' dominance coming to an end?
Are we seeing the end of the Warriors dynasty?
So is it reasonable for us to view as the beginning of the end of the Warriors dynasty?
Curry is getting older and Green is heading into his later years, which means the Warriors' championship window is closing fast. But what if there's one move that could change everything? A trade for Nikola Vucevic could be the game-changing decision they need to stay competitive in the tough Western Conference. Could this veteran player be the secret to getting their season back on track? Stick with us, because we're about to show you how Vucevic could completely transform the Warriors' game plan and their future. It's tough to admit, but the Golden State Warriors' championship window is starting to close. With Steph Curry at 36 and Draymond Green hitting 34, this isn't the same team that used to run the league in the 2010s. They've got experience, but they're not the juggernaut they once were. The season kicked off strong with a 12-3 record, sparking hope in fans, especially with Buddy Hield joining the squad. But last month, a different story. They've limped through with a rough 3-10 stretch, showing cracks in the armor. Still, the Warriors aren't backing down. They're going all in on making the most of Curry's remaining prime years. GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. is pulling the strings early, grabbing Dennis Schroeder way before the trade deadline, signaling that the front office isn't slowing down anytime soon. Now, there's a buzz around a possible move for Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls. If the Warriors bring in a skilled big man like Vucevic, it's a game changer. This could completely flip Golden State's strategy and could be exactly what they need to turn things around in today's high-speed, offense-heavy NBA. Right now, the Warriors' center rotation is built around Kevon Looney and Trayce Jackson-Davis, guys who can defend but don't offer much scoring. Vucevic, though, would bring a whole new dynamic, forcing defenses to keep an eye on the paint. This would open up more space for Curry and Hield to do their thing from deep. Vucevic doesn't have to be the 20-point scorer he's been with the Bulls, but just his presence would lift the scoring burden off Curry, who's been a bit off this season. If this move happens, it could be the spark Golden State needs to get back on track. The Western Conference is stacked with elite big men. Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, and Alperen Sengun are all part of the competition the Warriors must face. So, what does Golden State do to level the playing field? Enter Nikola Vucevic. Adding him could be the game changer the Warriors need to hang with the best in the West. Now, let's not pretend Vucevic is going to make the all-defensive team anytime soon, but the guy knows basketball. He's a solid defender with a high basketball IQ. Sure, he doesn't block shots like some of the top bigs, but his offensive game would give the Warriors an immediate upgrade over Kevon Looney, who's more of a defensive presence. Vucevic brings scoring and rebounding, making him a far more versatile option at the center position. Typically, players like Vucevic, who can score and grab boards at his level, come with a hefty price tag. But according to NBA insider Jake Fisher, it might not be as costly as expected. He could be available for just a couple of second-round picks. With Golden State having little left in terms of second-rounders through 2031, they could still make a move, especially if they have that 2025 second-round pick from Miami to work with. Or maybe they could throw in a lottery-protected first-rounder in 2025 to seal the deal faster. If the Bulls are really asking for 2 second-rounders, the Warriors would likely jump at the chance to throw in a first-round pick. As the trade deadline looms, all eyes will be on GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. Will he make a bold move to get the Warriors back on track and add the firepower they need to compete for a title? Now, the Warriors do have Draymond Green, and let's give him credit. He's still playing an all-around game at 34. In the 2024 to 2025 season, he's averaging 8.7 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 52nd in the league, and 5.7 assists, ranking 27th in the league in assists. His 42.0% shooting isn't great, but it's his defense and leadership that really shine. Green remains a crucial part of Golden State's identity. Still, with the Warriors looking to make a run, having a guy like Vucevic could provide some much-needed scoring and presence in the paint. And here's the thing. According to reports from Anthony Slater, Marcus Thompson II, and Sam Amick of The Athletic, Vucevic has been a much more discussed trade target than Jimmy Butler for the Warriors. At 34, Vucevic is playing some of the best basketball of his career. He's averaging 20.3 points, 10.1 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and hitting 2.1 three-pointers per game, while shooting a career-best 55.9% from the field and 44.0% from beyond the arc. He's under contract through 2025-26, so he's not just a rental. He could be a valuable piece for the Warriors for years to come. If the Warriors want to stay competitive in this tough Western Conference, adding Vucevic could be exactly what they need to keep their championship dreams alive. Despite Nikola Vucevic's incredible play this season, the Bulls find themselves struggling at 15-19, sitting 10th in the Eastern Conference. With their playoff hopes looking shaky, they could be more inclined to sell at the deadline, making Vucevic a prime trade target. The Warriors, who are in a similar position, might just be looking for that key piece to make a deep run. Speaking of key pieces, let's talk about Nikola Jokic, who has been absolutely unstoppable in the 2024-25 season. This guy is playing at an MVP level, averaging a ridiculous 31.5 points per game to lead the league in scoring. But he's not just about putting up points. Jokic is also pulling down 13.0 rebounds per game, ranking third in the league, making it clear that he owns the paint. His playmaking is equally elite, with 9.7 assists per game, placing him second in the league. For a center, that's almost unheard of. He's shooting 55.3% from the field, further cementing his case as one of the most dominant and well-rounded players in the game today. Now imagine pairing a player like Vucevic with the Warriors. This duo could completely transform Golden State. Vucevic would add another layer to the offense, particularly with his ability to stretch the floor, something head coach Steve Kerr has been eyeing for a while. According to The Athletic, the Warriors have wanted a stretch center since the offseason, and Vucevic fits that need perfectly. He's always been a solid shooter from deep, but this season, his efficiency has gone through the roof. Currently sitting at 17-16, the Warriors are in the thick of the playoff hunt, but with the urgency to make one more push before Curry and Green get any older, they need something more. Adding Vucevic could provide the impact they need to compete for a title this season. With the Warriors desperate for an edge, the time to pull the trigger on a trade might be now. The Warriors suffered a major loss when Klay Thompson left for the Dallas Mavericks, and they haven't fully replaced his shooting prowess. While Jimmy Butler's name is floating around in trade talks, his inability to shoot consistently from deep could limit his fit in Golden State. In contrast, Vucevic is a versatile big man who can knock down open shots and stretch the floor, exactly what the Warriors need to complement Curry. Are the Golden State Warriors championship hopes really over? Or could the addition of Nikola Vucevic be the key change they need? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. If this duo succeeds, the Warriors' game could look completely different. Will the powerful pairing of Nikola Jokic and Nikola Vucevic be the boost Golden State needs to shine again? The answer to these questions will unfold with time, but for now, all eyes are on this potential change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update.